This is the Washington Times front page for Thursday, April 21st, 2022. Thanks for joining us. I'm George Gerbo. Ukrainian military officials said defenders in Mariupol are desperately short on supplies and may lose control of the city within days. Ben Wolfgang reports Ukrainian troops remain holed up deep inside the city's sprawling steel mill complex and its network of underground tunnels. Russian troops pounded the facility throughout the day as Russian President Vladimir Putin issued warnings to Ukraine and its Western allies about its intercontinental ballistic missile system. The stubborn resistance in Mariupol is giving Ukrainian forces time to entrench and reinforce troops in defensive lines in the country's Donbas region. That's where Ukrainian and pro-Russian separatist forces have been battling to a stalemate. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky said his personnel need heavier weapons to stand a fighting chance. Two prominent election forecasters have shifted more than a dozen congressional races toward Republicans' favor. Susan Ferricchio reports Sabato's crystal ball at the University of Virginia Center for Politics shifted 11 House races toward Republicans, and David Wasserman of the Cook Political Report moved 8 Democratic-held seats into more competitive categories. His service lists 27 Democratic House seats in a toss-up or worse category for Democrats. While good for Republicans now, those shifts may not paint the final picture. 6 of the incumbent House Democrats whose prospects were downgraded in 2018 or 2020 by the Cook Political Report and Sabato's crystal ball ended up being elected. Staying with campaigns, more than half of the Ohio delegates who represented Donald Trump at the 2016 Republican National Convention have signed a letter urging him to withdraw his support from Senate candidate J.D. Vance. Seth MacLachlan reports the group of 33 calls Vance a political chameleon and snake oil salesman, and that Trump is getting bad advice from the party establishment. A Vance campaign spokesperson said they look forward to winning the group over. Other high-profile Trump endorsements are also facing blowback. In neighboring Pennsylvania, Trump endorsed Sean Parnell pulled out of the Senate race after his estranged wife won custody of their children. Trump instead recently moved to endorse former television host Mehmet Oz. A reminder that you can find all of these stories at WashingtonTimes.com/front page. Also a reminder that you can find us on any major podcast platform. Just search Washington Times in your favorite podcast app. The fight between Florida Governor Ron DeSantis and Disney continues to drag on following Disney's opposition to the state's so-called Don't Say Gay law. Susan Ferricchio reports the Florida Senate voted to end Disney's special taxing district that allows it to self-govern Walt Disney World in Central Florida. The Reedy Creek Improvement District was approved in 1967 at the behest of Walt Disney himself and gives the company independence from state and local governance over its complex of theme parks and resorts just south of Orlando. Disney executives, under pressure from park employees and other opponents, urged DeSantis not to sign the state's parental rights in education law. When the bill became law, Disney responded by pledging to end contributions to Florida political candidates. The Republican-led Florida House is expected to pass the bill ending special taxing districts and send it to DeSantis for his signature. And finally, Sean Salai has a look at how even mathematics has become another front in battles over textbooks and education. The Florida Department of Education has rejected 41% of the math textbooks submitted for its K-12 curriculum next year, claiming references to concepts like social-emotional learning. Some free speech advocates have said conservatives are exaggerating the issue for political gain. Leading textbook company McGraw-Hill did not respond to a request for comment on Florida's rejection of some of its textbooks. Find all of today's front page stories at WashingtonTimes.com/front page or the Washington Times app. And a reminder to find us on Twitter and Instagram at WashTimes for breaking news, sports, commentary, and more. For the Washington Times, I'm George Gerbo.